think it's important to recognize that there is no monolithic coffee, but when we say coffee, most people have, well, I'm not going to assume. I think a lot of people have perceptions of what
Yeah.
coffee means depending on their
Yeah.
geographic location, income, just, kind of immersion in coffee culture. Can you tell us what's the difference when we're just generally talking about coffee and when we talk about specialty slash gourmet coffee, and
Yeah.
where do you fit into that equation?
Okay. Well, we're for sure on the specialty coffee category. And in general, I'll say specifically, coffee is much like wine, right? So it has, we score coffee, and it has a score between 1 and 100. Specialty coffee is anything above 80 points, 80-point score. So all of the coffees that we serve and source and roast at Red Bay, we're in the specialty coffee category. Now, now it's one thing just to sort of taste it and give it a score, but we have other parameters that we evaluate. So it's not just taste that we evaluate. We have other. So we also evaluate the farm source, how they're treating their workers. What impact they're having on their community and the part of the world that they are. And so we want very much to be to expand what specialty coffee means, and we're doing that. So also this specialty coffee has been called the third wave of coffee. Maybe the first wave being just super briefly like Folgers, Maxwell House, Farmer Brothers. Second wave being sort of like Starbucks and very much, and then the third wave to expand what sort of like a Blue Bottle, Ritual coffees, and that elk. What I think the fourth wave of coffee is not just what we do and how we do it, but with whom we do it and the impact that it has. So, because quite frankly, you can have slaves growing specialty coffee, and that's not obviously the kind of coffee that we want to support.
Right.
And we're distinguishing ourselves and our coffee, by making coffee not just delicious, but meaningful and purposeful.
Mm-hmm. So, just to step back for a second, before you opened Red Bay, you actually had owned a few cafes in the Bay Area. Can you just tell us a little bit about kind of the arc of your food entrepreneurship and why you decided to move from having a cafe to actually making coffee?
Yeah, so I would say that I started, I've had multiple career tracks, and
is this like? Would you say this is your third act?
Well, you know what? I would say that really I haven't left any of the acts behind. I've just sort of been layering them on top, right? Because as a photographer, I'm still a photographer, except I just have one client now. It's Red Bay Coffee. And the things that I do and the skills in terms of being a community organizer. Now I'm just organizing events and activities around coffee, around events here. In terms of just the visual arts and design. I'm designing spaces. I designed this kind of Africa wall, behind me. So I haven't sort of had one career and then broke it off and then started the next. Very often it was,